Myself and the dirty white boy, and I just want to tell you this, dirty white boy, if that little dirty white girl hangs around, interferes in any way, I'm going to burn her fanny up.
Welcome to the Continental Wrestling Federation. This week is the showing of the stars. We'll see wrestling action from such greats as Davey Rich, the Bullet, the Dirty White Boy, Dr. Tom Prichard, Willie B. Hert, and many more. So get ready for wrestling like you've never seen it before with the Continental Wrestling Federation. Now here's your host, Charlie Platt.
Well, hello, everybody. Charlie Platt along with Dirty Dutch Mantell. We're ringside at the Montgomery Civic Center, and what a lineup on the CWF tonight. I tell you what, Dutch, before we run the card down, we're ready for action right now. Let's get it underway in the ring. Private Pyle standing by. So let's go to the ring for our first match this evening. Davey Rich. And we're ready for action. Davey Rich moving out against Private Pyle. Our opening tonight on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Joining me for some of the ringside commentary tonight. Gentlemen certainly we're all familiar with and who will lend his expertise to the commentary of this and other matches. Dirty Dutch Mantell.
Well, thank you, Charlie. It's a pleasure to be here today for the CWF telecast that's going all over the country now on the FMN network. And we're watching two men right now that they seem to know their stuff in the ring. Davey Rich and Johnny's out here on the outside. And a very nice arm drag by Davey Rich at a hip toss. They seem to have the match under control at this point. And a big slam. And I think he's upset Private Pyle somewhat because he's laying over there in the corner.
Exactly. Private Pyle certainly has been through quite a bit of regiment, can we say, in recent months.
Looking at him, I think he might need some regimentation.
You think so?
I'm almost positively sure.
Collar and elbow side headlock by Davey Rich on Private Pyle. A lot of great action coming away in the next hour of the CWF. Certainly glad you made your plans to be with us today, and hope you'll enjoy the next hour of competition. Right now, clamping down with the pressure of that side headlock. And what does a side headlock over a period of time do to a competitor, Dutch?
Well, it cuts off the wind, and it cuts off the wind, cuts off the coordination, and sort of disorients your opponent. As evidence right there, Davey Rich on the offensive here. Unless Private Pyle can get it in gear here, he's going to lose this match if he's not careful.
Right now, he's got the left arm barred in control on Private Pyle. Davey Rich, one half of the Party Patrol. Speaking of Davey and Johnny Rich, the Rich cousins, and we'll be seeing them later in today's program in tag team competition. And they are a dynamic tag team.
Yeah, Johnny and Davey Rich are sort of a young team of professional wrestling and haven't been together. I don't know how long they've been together, but as far as wrestling together as a team, I don't think it's been that long, but they put it together and sort of got their teamwork down. And as a team, they're very good. Davey Rich as a single wrestler. There we see Johnny Rich outside urging on Davey. And they seem to be sort of evenly matched at this point right here.
Private Pyle favoring that left arm. And Davey Rich, of course, in the last several moments of this match has been putting pressure on that arm. Goes right back to it again. Good thinking on the part of Davey Rich, weakening down that left arm.
Well, he's working on the head, he's working on the arm, he's working on the upper body. And you get that arm twisted around to where you can almost stick it in the back of your head sometimes. And it causes a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort. And anytime you can do that to your opponent, you got the upper hand on him, as Davey Rich has the upper hand on Private Pyle right now.
Rich put into those up and over his man. Private Pyle with a good move.
He took a little low bridge there.
He sure did at the hands of Private Mark Pyle.
I don't know if that was deliberate or not. It was effective.
Very effective. It certainly slowed Davey Rich down considerably. But Davey Rich has enough in him. Knows he has to go back to that left arm and try to control this thing right now before Pyle takes over.
Well, even though he's hurt, he had to suck it up and sort of get the offensive back. Even though he was hurt, if he didn't take it back, then he was going to be in store for some more damage at the hands of Private Pyle. You know, Charlie, since the last time I was out here on the CWF program, it was Danny Davis and Nelson Royal.
Exactly.
I've had a lot of comments about that. A lot of comments on me and you as a team.
Well, I tell you what, commentary on that match was about as interesting as commentaries I've had on a television match in years.
Well, thank you very much, Charlie. You were good, too.
Well, I was talking about the match itself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I know, look at Davey Rich now going up.
Whoa! He took a flight on that one. He may even enroll in frequent flyers. The frequent flyer program on that one.
The comments coming from Dirty Dutch Mantell into the turnbuckle again. Oh, did you see that? Pyle caught him with a clothesline coming off of the rope.
Well, he clotheslined him coming out. He was coming out. Davey Rich coming in and got a real good lick on him. Turned him upside down.
Into the turnbuckle goes Davey Rich. Oh, there's that shoulder into the midsection. Takes his man back into the far turnbuckle. Again, it didn't work that time. It did not work. Did you see that? It's over.
Well, he hooked him.
Your winner of the match, of course, is one half of the Party Patrol, Davey Rich, your winner. On our opening event on the Continental Wrestling Federation, a lot of great action still to come in this hour, and we certainly want you to stay with us. Dirty Dutch Mantell out with us, and Dutch, what an hour we've got. We've got the Bullet taking on the Dirty White Boy in this hour.
Well, we got a big match. It's a feature match, Dirty White Boy against the Bullet, and there's no love lost between them, and it's going to be interesting on this hour to see who comes out on top in that match.
Also, you'll be seeing in action the Grappler 2 as he'll be taking on the Dr. Tom Prichard. White Lightning, Tim Horner will be in action, and the Rich Cousins, as I mentioned, will be in tag action a little later on. Plus, Willie B. Hert, one of the greats of the CWF.
Well, Willie B. Hert is going to be here, like I said, the Riches and Tim Horner, they're all going to be on today's program, so stay tuned. We got a lot of wrestling action coming their way. I think we got a little visitor coming up now.
All right, Dirty Dutch Mantell out with us. A lot of great action coming up in the hour. You see the Bullet right here. We want to get some comments from him right now. Before we do that, a brief rundown of the great wrestling action from the CWF coming to your area.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to be in Harrogate, Tennessee, Thursday, October 20th in the Lincoln Memorial University at 7:30. It's Melly Yellow Night. Prizes for the fans, plus Tim Horner and lovely Laura will be in Middlesbury, Kentucky at the convenience store. Also Friday, October 21st in Cosby, Tennessee at the school at 8 o'clock. Thursday, October 27th in Clark Range, Tennessee at the high school at 7:30. And Saturday, November 5th in Chattanooga at the Memorial Auditorium at 8 o'clock. The big show is in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. That night is the Night of Champions. For the USA Heavyweight Championship, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Ron Wright's Mystery Man. For the CWF Tag Team Championship, the Dirty White Boy and Jerry Stubbs up against the Bullet and a mystery partner. CWF Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Tom Prichard up against the Grappler. Return match, United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, Nightmare Ken Wayne takes on Nightmare Denny Davis. The Battle of the Giants in a special event, Simone Moyer Coquina takes on Lord Humongous. In a tag team event, Los Lobos takes on Johnny and Davey Rich, plus one other match. And it happens in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Don't miss the excitement of the Fall Brawl from the Continental Wrestling Federation.
Well, we've been going over the great lineup of the CWF this hour. Stay with us. One of the great matches, feature matches, coming up next will be the Bullet against the Dirty White Boy. Bullet.
All right, I want to say hallelujah. It's good to be in Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm just looking forward to all the Night of Champions coming up. A lot of championships at stake. The elimination matches coming up, $10,000 first prize, all against all. A lot of money being given away in Continental Wrestling, Charlie. And myself, that dirty white dude and that dirty little white girl, I got them next. We're going to finally settle something once and for all and see who is the baddest of the bunch. But you've got a lot of top caliber talent right here in this area, and on the Night of Champions, these championships could change hands at any time.
Exactly. It can take, wait a minute, change hands at any time. Wait just a minute. We got to go.
Get your butt in here now. That's an invitation.
I think it is.
Well, I'm going to accept.
We gotta take a break right now. We'll be back with this match on the Continental Wrestling Federation. The Bullet and the Dirty White Boy coming up next. Bell sounds. We're ready for action. The Bullet and the Dirty White Boy. The war rages between these two. No love lost. This has been going on for quite some time. Not only in the Continental Wrestling Federation, but in other parts of the country. Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy, the Bullet, going after it. head to toe in the center of the ring. Headbutt by the Bullet. Staggers Tony Anthony. And you see at ringside Mystic looking on. The Dirty White Boy finding himself back on the canvas again. Tony Anthony putting the boots to the back of the Bullet. This, our second match today on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Hard right by Tony Anthony. And oh boy, tracing down through the history of the last year or so, a lot of bad blood between these two. Raking across the eyes. Tony Anthony will stop at nothing to not only defeat, but hurt if he can, the Bullet, because, oh, he said it before, say it again, no love lost between these two. Good to have you viewing wherever you may be. The Continental Wrestling Federation, a lot of great action, of course, coming to your local arena. Always great action tonight in Dothan at the Houston County Farm Center. Look forward to seeing you in Dothan for wrestling tonight. Hard right by the Bullet. Staggers the Dirty White Boy. Puts Tony Anthony down to the canvas momentarily. Going after that left arm. Twisting around. Applying the pressure. Twisting away at the left arm of Tony Anthony. The Bullet, in the meantime, has a couple of smart little comments for Mystic at ringside, the Dirty White Girl, who has certainly been known to cause problems throughout the career of Tony Anthony for whoever his opponent may be. Standing wrist lock. Test of strength. There we see the Bullet comes up with the advantage. Also great wrestling action on Sunday in Montgomery at Pacific Center right here. We'll be returning, and on Monday, Birmingham. Of course, great matches taking place in Boutwell Auditorium. A lot of great action throughout the CWF, whether you're in this week, whether you're in Biloxi, Meridian, Columbus, Mississippi, or return to Knoxville on the 28th of October. The great action throughout the country is taking place in the CWF. Go down to your local arenas and check out this fantastic action. Right now, the Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony, takes the Bullet up. Hard right to the side of the face. And now going with that reverse chin lock. Applying the pressure to the Bullet. We'll see how the Bullet fares in this situation. Certainly you can tell the audience here in the Montgomery Civic Center is certainly behind the Bullet, giving him the necessary encouragement to break through this situation with Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy. And you know, the crowd participation and the cheers from the fans certainly do have an effect on what a wrestler does in that squared circle. Psychological advantage by having the fans behind him. Certainly that case, you can see the Bullet coming out nicely, but Tony Anthony taking a shortcut, pulling the hair, the hair sticking out of the mask, and the mask of the Bullet to take his man down again. Right now doing a lot of damage, putting those knees into the back of the Bullet. Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy, clamping down with the pressure, continues. And referee Randy Anderson on top of things, checking. 1, 2 times the arm goes down, and will the Bullet be able to hold the arm up this time? Randy Anderson over, almost giving the signal to ring the bell, but the Bullet holds the arm up. He's got the left arm up and begins to come off the canvas. He begins to make his way up, trying to get up to one knee. Will he be able to do it? Tony Anthony continuing to apply the pressure to the Bullet. What action we're seeing here on the Continental Wrestling Federation. And still to come, great action. Lightning Tim Horner, White Lightning Tim Horner, we should say. Under his man. Oh, catches him with a clothesline. Tony Anthony caught by the Bullet. And there you see the Dirty White Girl really cheering on her man. The Bullet pounds away at Tony Anthony. A hard chop to the upper chest area. Hard right to the side of the head. And again, Tony Anthony coming back with a wild... Oh, he has that cat of nine tails in his hand. It falls down. Oh, caught with a chop again. And disqualification. Wait a minute. The Dirty White Girl comes to the ring and begins to fire away at Mystic. The Bullet now. Wait a minute. Tony Anthony comes from behind and I started to say foils the plans of the Bullet, but I don't know. He's still after her. He takes her up again in the center of the ring. He's got her over one knee and begins to, she does, wait a minute, Jerry Stubbs. Stubbs coming in to break that up. Randy Anderson nailed by the Dirty White Boy. Now they both take the Bullet in. Oh, there he caught him with that wooden handle right across the throat. Now set him, oh my goodness, set him up with a pile driver. Here you have Stubbs and Anthony both going after the Bullet. And now the Dirty White Girl gets her. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. They put the man out and now begin to clip away at the Bullet. He's got help coming from the dressing room. Here comes Davey and Johnny Rich, and they clear the action out. They clear the Dirty White Boy, Jerry Stubbs, and Mystic, the Dirty White Girl, out of the way. And the winner of the match will be the Bullet on the disqualification because of the object being brought into the ring by Tony Anthony. I certainly hope the Bullet is not hurt bad. He's the winner of the match, as Randy Anderson says. We need to check on the Bullet and see what kind of condition he's in right now. We want you to watch this about professional wrestling in your local area from the CWF.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to be in Harrogate, Tennessee, Thursday, October 20th in the Lincoln Memorial University at 7:30. It's Melly Yellow Night. Prizes for the fans, plus Tim Horner and lovely Laura will be in Middlesbury, Kentucky at the convenience store. Also Friday, October 21st in Cosby, Tennessee at the school at 8 o'clock. Thursday, October 27th in Clark Range, Tennessee at the high school at 7:30. And Saturday, November 5th in Chattanooga at the Memorial Auditorium at 8 o'clock. The big show is in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. That night is the Night of Champions. For the USA Heavyweight Championship, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Ron Wright's Mystery Man. For the CWF Tag Team Championship, the Dirty White Boy and Jerry Stubbs up against the Bullet and a mystery partner. CWF Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Tom Prichard up against the Grappler. Return match, United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, Nightmare Ken Wayne takes on Nightmare Denny Davis. The Battle of the Giants in a special event, Simone Moyer Coquina takes on Lord Humongous. In a tag team event, Los Lobos takes on Johnny and Davey Rich, plus one other match. And it happens in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Don't miss the excitement of the Fall Brawl from the Continental Wrestling Federation.
You thinking about going to Steinberg's for a new TV?
We'll be checking on the Bullet momentarily to see if he's okay after that recent incident in the ring. Dutch, a lot of emphasis has been put on tag team wrestling in the CWF. We got some great tag team combinations. I don't think any one stands out any more than the Rich cousins.
Not at the right time. The Riches, like I said before, they've only been together a short while, but are fast developing into a real good team. First of all, Charles, how did I look today, though?
Very distinguished.
Thank you very much, because you haven't noticed me yet, or you haven't acknowledged me on the air. But getting back to the Riches, what we said, very fine team, long way to go, but with the possibility and the potential to get there.
A recent match with the Rich cousins right now would take you by means of videotape to Birmingham's Babel Auditorium to see Johnny and Davey Rich in action.
Well, thank you very much, Charlie Platt. We are back here now at the arena. And in the ring, we've got Pat Rose and Deuce Mason taking on Johnny and Davey Rich, the Party Boys. And this ought to be a great match here on Continental Wrestling Federation as we see Johnny Rich and Davey Rich now preparing for the match. And it will be Johnny Rich against Pat Rose opening the match here on great CWF action. And the CWF has just begun. The excitement just beginning, of course, all summer long led to the road to Birmingham, and now all of the great action in Boutwell Auditorium. Just the beginning for a great season of CWF wrestling here on this TV station. Look at the great teamwork we're seeing in the ring with the Rich cousins, Johnny and Davey Rich. Davey Rich with a beautiful drop kick on Deuce Mason, and Mason needs to get over to his corner to tag. In the meantime, it's the Rich cousins that are doing the tagging. The Party Boys working over Deuce Mason. A big shoulder there, a big knee to the shoulder. And there's your 3 count. The teamwork pays off for the team of Johnny and Davey Rich as Deuce Mason goes down for the 3 count.
Big win for the Rich cousins, Johnny and Davey, better known as the Party Patrol in the CWF.
Big win. Big win for Johnny and Davey Rich. If they can keep it up and keep it going, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the CWF.
All right, great tag team action. Night of Champions coming to the arenas. We'll be back with more of the Continental Wrestling Federation. The Dr. Tom Prichard takes on the Grappler 2. After you watch this about the Continental Wrestling Federation in your local area.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to be in Harrogate, Tennessee, Thursday, October 20th in the Lincoln Memorial University at 7:30. It's Melly Yellow Night. Prizes for the fans, plus Tim Horner and lovely Laura will be in Middlesbury, Kentucky at the convenience store. Also Friday, October 21st in Cosby, Tennessee at the school at 8 o'clock. Thursday, October 27th in Clark Range, Tennessee at the high school at 7:30. And Saturday, November 5th in Chattanooga at the Memorial Auditorium at 8 o'clock. The big show is in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. That night is the Night of Champions. For the USA Heavyweight Championship, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Ron Wright's Mystery Man. For the CWF Tag Team Championship, the Dirty White Boy and Jerry Stubbs up against the Bullet and a mystery partner. CWF Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Tom Prichard up against the Grappler. Return match, United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, Nightmare Ken Wayne takes on Nightmare Denny Davis. The Battle of the Giants in a special event, Simone Moyer Coquina takes on Lord Humongous. In a tag team event, Los Lobos takes on Johnny and Davey Rich, plus one other match. And it happens in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Don't miss the excitement of the Fall Brawl from the Continental Wrestling Federation.
Montgomery Civic Center. Great to have you on the CWF. And as you can see with me now, Nightmare Ken Wayne, U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, will be joining me for the commentary of this match. A great matchup. Grappler 2 is in the ring, and we're awaiting the appearance of the Dr. Tom Prichard right now. Now entering the ring, the Dr. Tom Prichard. Tom Prichard taking on Grappler 2. This is another great event coming to you from the Continental Wrestling Federation. And tonight, we're in Montgomery, Alabama at the Montgomery Civic Center as always. An enthusiastic crowd of wrestling fans. And as we mentioned, Kenny Wayne, the Nightmare, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, has joined us at ringside. And first of all, I guess I have to say congratulations on the title.
Well, sure you do. Congratulations on the title. There's never no doubt about my title, because I got it back the first time I went in the ring. But I want to ask you another question. You notice I've got hair?
Yes, I do. That's certainly.
I told you. I got a new car to drive, too.
You came out of this situation very well, I must say. Oh, look at that shoulder smash by Grappler 2. What do you know about this man, Kenny?
Well, I happen to know of the Grappler's reputation even through Texas and in Portland, Oregon. And I want to make mention of something right now. See, this is Grappler number 2, which naturally tells you there's a Grappler number 1. Well, I happen to know that the other Grappler right now is in Portland, Oregon. But where you see one, you usually see 2 of them.
All right, comments of Nightmare Ken Wayne, U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion. And the Grappler certainly has a lot to prove up against the CWF Heavyweight Champion, the Dr. Tom Prichard. Collar and elbow, center of the ring, side headlock, clamps down with the pressure. And what a match this has been so far. Hip toss takedown. And Grappler going right into those head scissors. Again, the Doctor goes with a hip toss takedown out of the side headlock. And again, head scissors, but he comes right out of it. The CWF Heavyweight Champion certainly giving the Grappler.
But have you noticed the Grappler come in his first time here, and look who he goes against. He comes right in, goes against the top talent in the territory. And let me tell you something, pal. The Grapplers are known for being wrestlers.
Exactly.
They don't take the shortcuts. He knows what he's doing in that ring. He's a technician. He's a wrestling technician.
I will admit that. Through the years, I've noticed the Grapplers certainly have all the...
And you see Prichard, you say, that tells you what kind of champion he is. He went and pulled the man's mask. He's going in there pulling the man's mask. What is the matter with Prichard? He ought to be a scientific wrestler like I am.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Well, I think what you do in the ring pretty much speaks for itself.
That's right. You know what I'm here? I want to talk about just a moment about the Night of Champions. Oh, good shoulder smash.
Very good shoulder smash. Prichard.
See, he grabbed his tights to take him down. If he went by, he got the front of his tights. What is wrong with Tom Prichard? I don't understand.
What about the Night of Champions? What did you want to say about that?
Well, who better to talk about the Night of Champions than me? That's right, baby. This is going to be coming up, man. All the champions are going to have their belts on the line. From me all the way up to the CWF champion, the tag team title is going to be on the line. This is going to be a great night for me because I get to keep my belt again. You know I defend my belt almost every match, don't you?
All right, I'll tell you what, speaking of champions, the new CWF tag team champions are the Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony, and Jerry Stubbs. And I understand...
good champions, too.
I understand through communications on the line that there's a bit of celebration after what happened to the Bullet moments ago in the dressing room. I'll tell you what, we have a camera back there. Let's stay with this match and see if we can get some comments from Jerry Stubbs and the Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony.
You know, Bullet Bob, never in my entire life have I ever been so humiliated. You took it upon yourself, boy. You had no right, no reason to interfere in that match. We took the riches out there, and we beat their brains out, but no, you had to come in and DDT both of us. Well, let me guarantee you one thing, Bullet Bob, I'm talking straight to you, boy, before it's over with. The Dirty White Boy, Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs, will put you out of professional wrestling if it takes the last bit of guts and everything that I got in my body, boy, because I'm coming for you with everything. Bullet Bob, you're going down, boy.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? See, the Bullet stuck his nose in where it didn't belong. Come on, don't want to jump on somebody's wife, or old lady, rather. What's wrong with him, man? Putting his hands on her. He had no reason to, no right to do that.
Well, coming from you, I can understand that.
Look, there's Prichard again, holding on to the man's mask. Prichard, won't you quit grabbing his mask?
Dr. Tom Prichard continues with the side headlock, clamping down with the pressure on Grappler 2. A lot of great action still to come on the CWF. White Lightning, Tim Horner in action, along with Willie B. Hert against the Count. Oh, look at that. Great suplex.
Great move, baby. Great move.
Great suplex by Grappler 2.
Executed perfectly.
And
perfect. Kind of reminds me of me.
At the right time, because Tom Prichard was certainly getting the best of his situation. Grappler 2 showing what he's made of against the big CWF heavyweight champion, the Dr. Tom Prichard.
He may be down for the count now. Well, what about these elimination tag matches coming up? Have you told the people about that?
Yes, we have briefly touched on that.
Did you explain how that works?
Well, elimination tag match is when all the competitors get around the ring. The first two that draw the proper numbers get in star competition. They can then, after that, tag anyone they choose outside of the ring to come in and compete against whoever they're competing against.
That's right, and that means if I was in the ring with Johnny Rich, I could tag Davey Rich, and he would have to wrestle him.
He would have to wrestle him or go to the dressing room and
that's
forfeit
right.
the match.
There you go, that's right. And you realize that even the Bullet may have to get in the ring with Dirty White Boy, which I know he doesn't want to do, but or maybe with Mr. Perfect, and I know he didn't want to do that.
Mr. Perfect.
Jerry Stubbs.
That's Mr. Perfect.
Well, sure, man.
Okay. All right. Right now in the ring, it's the Grappler 2 clamping down with the pressure on the Dr. Tom Prichard, working those nerves.
You notice how he dropped him on his head on that suplex, and you realize he's still going for the head and neck area. That's the mark of true wrestling. He goes after that body part and stays with it and wearing him down. I wouldn't be surprised if Grappler don't beat him here in just a matter of moments.
Certainly has done his homework, and he is sticking to the key area. He's weakening down one area. That is the neck and the head of the Dr. Tom Prichard, the CWF champion. And Tom, of course, has the edge in this situation by having the crowd behind him, as you can hear him cheering him. There he goes with the elbow to the midsection. Legal move before you say anything.
He's using the point of the elbow. Look, that was the point of the elbow. You can't use the point of the elbow.
Right now, Prichard.
Oh, beautiful. Yes,
clothesline coming off the rope. The Grappler 2, I got to say, is really giving the doctor his money's worth in this match on the Continental Wrestling Federation.
He almost had him there. If the referee didn't count so slow, he'd have had him beat.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Good move by Prichard. Takes
had
his
his
man
tights,
up and over.
Had him by the tights, Charlie. You saw
Good
it.
back body drop by the Dr. Tom Prichard as he moves in on Grappler 2. There's that kick. catches his man in the chest area.
That's illegal, too. You can't use the heel of your boot. He used the heel.
You can use the flat of the boot, not the point of the boot.
But that wasn't the flat of the boot. He used the heel of the boot. And you can't use the heel of the toe, just the flat.
Okay. There we see again the boot going to the midsection of Grappler 2. Chop across the chest area. Again, a chop from Dr. Tom Prichard.
Hitting the man while he's on the ropes. That's real sportsmanlike.
Good elbow again by the Dr. Tom Prichard. Grappler catches his man coming into the turnbuckle. This Grappler is really going after.
Caught him with a well-placed forearm right in the gut.
Snap mare takedown by Prichard. 2 count. He powers out. And
He lucky he didn't get up and just really tear his head off then.
I tell you what, these two, it's hard to call. There's a leg being dropped across the chest area by Grappler 2. Be hard to call this one as to who has the advantage in this match so far, Kenny.
Well,
Tell the truth.
I would say, yeah, you're right. It is pretty even. But I'll say this for Tom Prichard. Not only was he lucky October the 3rd, but he's been real lucky tonight. He's the luckiest man in the world.
Snap mare takedown by the Dr. Tom Prichard. Pins his man. 2 count. He didn't really have that under control. He should have hooked that leg before he went for that pin.
Yeah, that shows a mistake there on Prichard's part.
When the bell sounds, was that a no?
It was a 2 count.
It was a 2 count. The time limit has obviously expired in this match.
Oh, it don't seem to matter though, does it?
It sure doesn't to the Grappler.
That's it, baby.
Prichard ducks his man. Oh, close.
Oh, look at
goes
that. Threw him out of the
ropes.
ring. Prichard threw him out of the ring because he couldn't stand the heat.
He's taken the Dr. Tom Prichard to a draw. We're talking about Grappler 2.
Uh-oh.
Again, they're going after it.
Now they're going toe-to-toe.
And it seems like both of them want this, too.
Well, sure, they're both great competitors.
And neither one satisfied with that time limit draw. Referee Larry Brock certainly having a hard time.
Problem is, there just wasn't enough time on the match. If there'd been a longer time limit, Grappler would have beat him.
You think so?
Oh, sure. He had him going right there at the end, baby.
All right, the comments coming from the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Wayne. Regardless of what either of these two want to think about the situation and how it turned out, it ends in a 10-minute time limit draw, and it was a great match.
It was an excellent match. At the end, they were there going toe-to-toe, both men trying to beat each other, and, you know, I've got to say it was an outstanding match.
And trying to get these two apart, it is over at this point. We've got a lot of great action still to come. White Lightning, Tim Horner, plus Willie B. Hert takes on the count. Other great action coming your way.
Listen to people cheering me.
Cheering who?
Me. They're cheering me.
Yeah, okay.
Look, Charlie, you want to touch my hair before I get up and go?
Well, no thank you. I think we've had enough. The match ends in a draw. White Lightning, Tim Horner,
there you
next
go,
on the CWF.
See, there's Prichard running off at the mouth, and he's getting beat up for it.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to be in Harrogate, Tennessee, Thursday, October 20th in the Lincoln Memorial University at 7:30. It's Melly Yellow Night. Prizes for the fans, plus Tim Horner and lovely Laura will be in Middlesbury, Kentucky at the convenience store. Also Friday, October 21st in Cosby, Tennessee at the school at 8 o'clock. Thursday, October 27th in Clark Range, Tennessee at the high school at 7:30. And Saturday, November 5th in Chattanooga at the Memorial Auditorium at 8 o'clock. The big show is in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. That night is the Night of Champions. For the USA Heavyweight Championship, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Ron Wright's Mystery Man. For the CWF Tag Team Championship, the Dirty White Boy and Jerry Stubbs up against the Bullet and a mystery partner. CWF Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Tom Prichard up against the Grappler. Return match, United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, Nightmare Ken Wayne takes on Nightmare Denny Davis. The Battle of the Giants in a special event, Simone Moyer Coquina takes on Lord Humongous. In a tag team event, Los Lobos takes on Johnny and Davey Rich, plus one other match. And it happens in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Don't miss the excitement of the Fall Brawl from the Continental Wrestling Federation.
AT&T introduces a new
Night of Champions. We'll have more details later on the Continental Wrestling Federation. Right now, the man known as White Lightning, Tim Horner, joins us. Tim, Night of Champions is going to be a big night.
Well, that's right. You know, it's great for me to be back in the CWF area. And like I said, and like you said, there's going to be a Night of Champions everywhere. There's going to be tag team elimination matches. Going to be elimination matches where a guy has to go in and defend for himself for $10,000. It's going to be everywhere, and I'm looking forward to being at all these places, and I'm glad to be back.
You have a great win-loss record right now in the CWF since your return, and before leaving the CWF some time ago, you've always had a great win-loss record all across the country. You're doing great, and right now we want to feature a match in which recently you had a big win. It was in Birmingham's Bapville Auditorium. So right now let's go and see White Lightning Tim Horner in action.
All right, in the ring now, Lightning Tim Horner as he takes on Private Pyle. And joining me again is the Bullet.
They call him White Lightning Horner up around where he was born, East Tennessee, and they're real proud of him up there in Morristown. And
well, as an old friend of ours says, he's not fast, he's sudden.
Exactly right, brother. He's perfected a move, Joe. It's a rolling reverse with a backward move that nobody else does this move. I've never seen anybody do it exactly like that. It's you can call it what you like. He does a lot of maneuvers there, but this one special move has always pinned his opponent. He may get a chance to move it in this match. Back to Tim Horner here. Now this guy, he's got claims to be a Marine.
Oh, look at that sucker punch by Private Pyle.
And that elbow to the back of the neck. Anytime you hit in the back of the neck, Joe, you know it crosses your running lights. But he may have made Tim Horner mad here. They're struggling for an advantage here. And it looks like Pyle's doing okay for himself right now, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like the DI has done a good job of training on this young man.
Now there you see Horner, pardon me for that, but he just blocked the suplex. Pyle attempted a suplex, but Horner blocked it. And there's a Beal, and he took him over like a sack. Beautiful drop kick, caught him right on the numbers, looked like, partner. There's a nice elbow. That'll take the breath out of you any time, Joe. Looks like Horner.
Yeah, right. Now we see Pyle trying a rake of the eyes. Turns around into the ropes.
Joe. Here's that move. Here's that move I was saying. Watch the bridge. The bridge back.
There's
That's it.
no way
That's
to get out of that bridge. White Lightning, Tim Horner, the winner over Private Pyle.
There you see the winner of the match, White Lightning Tim Horner. And Tim, another great win, and the competition gets tougher in the CWF.
Well, thank you, Charlie. You know, like you said, the competition is great here in the CWF. You know, I've wrestled all over the world, and this TV show goes in all over the country. And I've watched it everywhere when I was with other organizations all over, and everybody's talking about the CWF. And I'm just happy to be a part of it and happy to be in the CWF and looking forward to coming to all the arenas around.
Best of luck to White Lightning Tim Horner in the CWF in his future endeavors, even on the Night of Champions. Great elimination matches coming to your arena. Right now, some word about what is happening this week in your area.
Look for the Continental Wrestling Federation to be in Harrogate, Tennessee, Thursday, October 20th in the Lincoln Memorial University at 7:30. It's Melly Yellow Night. Prizes for the fans, plus Tim Horner and lovely Laura will be in Middlesbury, Kentucky at the convenience store. Also Friday, October 21st in Cosby, Tennessee at the school at 8 o'clock. Thursday, October 27th in Clark Range, Tennessee at the high school at 7:30. And Saturday, November 5th in Chattanooga at the Memorial Auditorium at 8 o'clock. The big show is in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. That night is the Night of Champions. For the USA Heavyweight Championship, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller takes on Ron Wright's Mystery Man. For the CWF Tag Team Championship, the Dirty White Boy and Jerry Stubbs up against the Bullet and a mystery partner. CWF Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Tom Prichard up against the Grappler. Return match, United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, Nightmare Ken Wayne takes on Nightmare Denny Davis. The Battle of the Giants in a special event, Simone Moyer Coquina takes on Lord Humongous. In a tag team event, Los Lobos takes on Johnny and Davey Rich, plus one other match. And it happens in Knoxville, Friday, October 28th in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Match time is 8 o'clock. Don't miss the excitement of the Fall Brawl from the Continental Wrestling Federation.
The Continental Wrestling Federation, wrestling's new era.
Making his way in the ring from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Willie B. Hert. Willie B. Hert moves out against the count of the Continental Wrestling Federation. Collar and elbow, center of the ring, side headlock by the count. Not a whole lot we know about this man. We'll see how he fares against Willie B, though. Into the ring goes Willie B. Neck breaker. Comes right off with a neck breaker. Willie B. Hert. Side headlock on the count. Hello to all the people watching in Biloxi, Meridian, and Columbus, Mississippi. Great lineups of the Continental Wrestling Federation heading your way. Grabs that left boot. Willie B. takes his man around. Up, high into the air. Atomic drop. Good drop kick. Willie B. getting up. The count finding out what Willie B. Hert is all about, and he takes a little breather out on the floor. Great wrestling action returns to the Montgomery Civic Center right here where we are now. Tomorrow night, Sunday, and of course tonight, always a great lineup of the Continental Wrestling Federation in the Houston County Farm Center in Dothan, Alabama. Hard rights, lefts we should say, to the side of the head of Willie B. Hert by the count as he takes his man into that turnbuckle. Willie B, though, comes off with those boots. Takes his man up. Full body slam on the count from Willie B. Hert. What a great hour of competition we've seen on the Continental Wrestling Federation. And still no word. I understand we have an irate Bullet in the back. Still no word about the extent of the injuries possibly done by Jerry Stubbs and the Dirty White Boy, the new Continental Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. And they're two individuals that will stop at nothing to win a match, or as I mentioned earlier, injure their opponents. Right now it's Willie B. tying his man up as both arms in control. One count. The count again finds his way outside the ring looking for a breather. Trying to come up with some strategy to gain some momentum against this man, very popular in the CWF from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're talking about Willie B. Hert. Oh. Again, the count finds himself on the canvas, and Willie B. goes for that left arm, clamping down with the pressure. Willie B. keying on the left arm of the count. Ring official Randy Anderson right on top of things, calling for a break over in the turnbuckles. The count raking across the eyes of Willie B. Hert. Now a left to the back of the neck, a left to the side of the head. Takes his man. Good reversal by Willie B. into the turnbuckle. High back body drop. Willie B. again right back to that left arm. That is what he's keyed on during this match. And that's a sign of a great competitor. Find one area of the body and do everything you can to destroy that one point. And that's what Willie B. has done. And he's been sticking with that strategy throughout this match. Continental Wrestling Federation coming to you tonight from the Montgomery Civic Center. Willie B. back in control against the count. And again, like to mention, Night of Champions coming to the Continental Wrestling Federation. Those elimination matches, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion Kenny Wayne and I were talking about. That is one of the most interesting matches in professional wrestling because, as he said, in an elimination match, arch enemies can find themselves placing their opponents against friends. Any combination can come up, and the match continues until one man stands. And that can be, from past experience, ladies and gentlemen, a long but very exciting evening of professional wrestling competition. Collar and elbow again, center of the ring. Willie B. sets his man up. Looks like he's going for it. Oh, high suplex. This could be it. 2, but no, the count. Powers out on 2. Willie B takes his man. Good reversal by the count into those ring ropes. Willie B under his man. There you see Willie B coming off. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. It is over. Your winner of the match is from Chattanooga, Tennessee, standing tall in the center of the ring. One of the favorites in the Continental Wrestling Federation, Willie B. Hert. What a great match Willie B. had against the Count. A great victory for him, and a lot of great action we've seen on today's program. Things are certainly heating up in the CWF. We're talking about Special Night of Champions, Willie B.
Well, I'd just like to say that y'all know that Willie B. Hert is down in the middle of the Night of Champions, and everybody got to understand that I'm... Wait a minute, what you talking about?
This is my interview time.
You know, I'm going to tell you what,
It's
Chuck.
my interview time, man.
I'm going to tell you what,
You
Chuck.
going back to the dressing room
I'm gonna
and
tell you
let
what.
me have my interview time. Huh?
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Chuck. Since I'm a gentleman,
champ, not
and
Chuck.
you ain't,
Champ,
I'm going to let you know that I'll step back. But it ain't because you got that belt. It's because I'm the man.
Because you're scared.
Damn.
Because you're scared, man. That's why you going.
Sissy.
Don't go on away. You'll feel funny if I get some
I
fun.
think that pretty well tells that's
Oh, is there a house like this? You know, I got a match with him on the next television. Is that right?
exactly right. Next
you know-
television edition of CWF.
That's right. That shows you the kind of champion I am.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you touch me again, I'm going to knock you out, Willie.
Well, I tell you what, we ain't got to wait till next week.
We have
sucker.
got...
We have not got... Why don't we get in that ring right now, Bleach it?
Because I'm not going to embarrass you
have
here
got-
right now.
we-
That's what.
that is scheduled for the next edition of the CWF.
No, I know it is. And see what an idiot he is. He's trying to get me to get in the ring now.
I tell you what, certainly you provoked him into this situation.
I didn't provoke him into nothing, man. This was my interview time. I'll show you what kind of a champion I am.
Well, I tell you what, this is scheduled for our next edition of the CWF. A lot of action will be coming your way in that program. We can't have it on this edition. I'm sorry, we're out of time. Join us next week for this great match between Ken Wayne and Willie B. Hert on the Continental Wrestling Federation. From Montgomery, Charlie Platt saying so long. Thanks for joining us.